Hello, welcome back to Fallout 4. I discovered this location quite a while ago, Malden Middle School, and discovered that there is a vault in the basement. I started a quest called Vault 75, so I'm back here to do that. I reloaded a save, so we can start fresh. And there are gunners in here. I don't know if I can reach that far, but I'll try it. That was very short.
What?
Well, I'll be damned. Another vault.
Yeah, there's quite a few.
Whoa. You hear that?
It helps when they're stupid. Admissions terminal. This terminal is for the express use of the vault. Press release. For immediate release, Vault-Tec to subsidize enrollment for Malden families, Washington, D.C., in response to growing national concern for the safety of our children in the event of a nuclear attack. Vault-Tec officials have cooperated with local government in Malden, Massachusetts to provide subsidized enrollment fees for any families wishing to sign up for residency in Vault 75. The newly opened vault is attached directly to Malden's elementary school, ensuring a swift evacuation should an attack come during class time. Safeguarding the future has always been our priority, said a Vault-Tec spokesperson. The opening of Vault 75 gives us all extra peace of mind, knowing that the children of Malden will be safe even if the worst comes to pass. Enrollment policy, enrollment guidelines. Vault-Tec has authorized special discounts and subsidies for qualifying families. This special offer can only be extended to families meeting the following requirements. One or more enrolled family members are children under the age of 15. Enrolled children attend public school within the Township of Malden, Massachusetts. The enrolled group includes no more than 2 adults per qualifying child. Please note that Vault 75 also permits the individual enrollment of children for families which cannot afford to also enroll a parent or guardian. Special admission protocols. Upon activation of Vault 75, all residents must be subjected to standard admission protocols, details of which can be found in the Vault-Tec Personnel Handbook. Once residents have been verified and sanitized, children under the age of 17 are to be taken to the atrium area. There they will meet with the overseer, who will provide orientation information specific to the children. All other residents are to be taken to the holding area to await their briefing from the head of security. Admission records. Name, Stephen, age 13, available, yes, surname McClintock. Ashley, 11, yes, Morgan, David, 6, no, Turnquist, Michael, 12, no, Tornquist, Caleb, 12, yes, Truman, Joey, 13, yes, Clay, Elliot, 9, yes, Briggs, Emery, 7, yes, Briggs. The only ones missing were the Tornquist family. Find out what happened to them. Their father convinced them to not go into the vault and to stay with him in his bunker at West Everett Estates. Come on, Kate.
Going in.
Here's the quest. Explore Vault 75. Nothing else. Awful messy down here.
What?
Doesn't seem to be much of interest in here. Excuse me, gate. Lab access card readers. We need to find a card. Only one way to go. It's probably fine. I see you back there.
Who's there?
This looks like the atrium.
What the?
Come closer. There's a lot of them down here. Shoot. What happened here? Residential. Hi. How?
What?
Know how to show a girl a good time.
Let's switch to this. Kind of sick experiments were they running on children? I wonder. Reactor. What happened here? Lots of lab coats around. Is this the other side of that same door? I think so. You have a key card? Stand back. Let's see what's in the reactor.
What?
What? Thanks for poking your head out. I don't think I can get up there. Not this way, anyway. Alright, let's go upstairs. Someone killed her. Payday indeed. Anybody in here? Classroom terminal. Up Top Land Heroes. There was once a little girl named Sue and a little boy named Roy. Sue and Roy grew up in a very special place called Vault 75. They learned and trained and played there. How they trained. Sue and Roy were both growing up big and strong when one day Sue and Roy were asked to visit the Overseer. "What's wrong, Overseer?" asked Sue. "Why are you crying, Overseer?" said Roy. "It's just awful," cried the Overseer, wiping a tear from her eye. "Have you children ever heard of Up Top Land?" Sue and Roy blinked and shook their heads. "What's that, Overseer?" they asked. "Oh, it's a terrible place," began the Overseer, and she told the children about Up Top Land. She told them about the people living there and how they weren't safe or strong like the children of Vault 75. Monsters attacked them, and evil bandits stole their food. It was no place for little children to grow up. No, not at all. Those poor people, exclaimed Sue. Why does nobody help them? Wondered Roy. That's just it, children, the overseer told them. They need somebody big and strong to protect them. Who will help them? Sue and Roy asked. One day, children, you will, said the overseer. That's why you must do your best at classes and training every day, so you can grow up big and strong and go make Up Top Land a happy and safe place for the poor people who live there. Sue and Roy smiled at that and ran off to their lessons, eager to help. Today's lesson, K8's error, no file found. Lesson plan, K8, error, no file found. T12S, error, no file found. Lesson plan, K12, error, no file found. Error. Today's L3S, question mark. No file found or file stored in wrong context, VT3291. Almost didn't see this, it's too dark. I can't turn on my Pip-Boy light. This must be where the children slept. What happened on the mall? Not a whole lot up here, just some Up Top Land lore. Guess the only place to go is this way. I thought that was a person. That is right there. What was that?
Now this is what I'm talking about.
Die, you motherfrigger. Jeez,
Somebody's ghosting us. Gotta do.
the heck is this? Looks like a storage area. Or an armory. Combat simulation terminal.
I love what they've done with the place.
Top, y'all. Bob. Want to give that a try. Anybody in here? Yep. Tough guy.
Put the floor with you.
Ooh, Vault 75 lab access card. Here we go. Access laboratory area.
Find anything good on him?
Define good. This is some kind of super soldier program they had going on down here. Sure seems that way. Treadmills. Very high-tech looking old-timey treadmills. Explore the laboratory.
Need to find the card.
Ah, find admin access card. Dead scientist here. I see you back there. I missed you back there. I missed you again. And somehow you don't know I'm here.
Who's there?
No, you do. How? It's like right there we go. Jeez. No one. Shut up.
Found you again.
There we go.
I was just getting warmed up.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Let's rock! Okay, who's first? Come on. You mean that's it?
Oh, they were watching me. I don't like that. Hey, bobblehead. Careful, Kate. Science bobblehead.
Perfect.
Always be prepared to explain the hows and the whys. Get one extra guess when hacking terminals. Could be useful. Vault 75 admin access card. Access admin area. I'll take these. Oh, they were watching the kids. Oh, I don't like that. That's creepy. Sounds like something Vault-Tec would do, though. This must be where all the research staff were. Researcher's terminal. Research station AE1 test protocol aerobic aptitude. Researcher guidelines aerobic station. This station exists to measure and increase aerobic ability and cardiovascular health of test subjects as the treadmill operator. Adjust incline and speed to reach and sustain target rate in the subject. Once target rate has been sustained for greater than 60 seconds, gradually increase to rest until peak heart rate has been reached or exceeded. Heart rate guide. Heart rate guidelines, all subjects age less than 8. MIN 106, TRGT 170, OPT MAX 212 plus. 910 105 168 210 11 12 104 166 208 13 14 103 165 206 15 16 102 163 204 17 18 101 162 202. So the older they got, the less the expected heart rate was. Side effect guidelines. Unacceptable. Cease test if risk arises, cardiac arrest or death. Acceptable. Muscle strain, nausea, vomiting, loss of consciousness. Researcher's notes. Nina. Nina won't believe it. I'm actually on the research team. We always thought some grown-ups must stay in the vault to help the overseer run things, even if we never saw them. I was right. Not everyone has to go to the outside world. They said I'd do more good here, and I couldn't be happier. I wish there was some way she could know I'm still here, still able to watch her. She'll graduate in 2 years. Maybe they'll put her on the research team too if her scores are high enough. To be young. It's only been a few months since graduation, and already I feel so much more mature than the kids I'm monitoring every day. Rowett and James both still talk about taking over the vault, like they think nobody's listening. Robbie and Becca still sneak off to huff propellant. We see that too. I'll never make it onto the research team like I did. I'm just glad I can still keep an eye on Nina. She's not doing too great on her scores, though. She was never much of an academic like me. Her physical scores are among the best in the group, though. I'm sure she'll graduate to a good team for up top. I just hope I can see her before she goes up top. I don't think she's going up top. Passing notes. Supervisor Bissell lost some papers from his clipboard this morning. He was pretty anxious about it. He spent most of the morning searching for them, then pulled me aside to get me looking for them while he went to meet with the overseer. He really doesn't want anyone to know they went missing. Turns out they got sucked into a vent. I could hear the pages flapping in there. There's no way I can get them unless I were to go downstairs. But I saw Rowett fish them out of the vent down there first. I'm going to tell Bissell I couldn't find them. So they found out they were being watched. Shooting range maintenance, and experimented on. The range is really getting run down. I've asked the overseer whether we can have some supplies brought in to help refurbish it, but was told we should work with what we got. Then she reminded me it wasn't even my station. I didn't think it would be a big deal to have her ask some of the up-top graduates to bring supplies, but I guess they're really busy, and there's always some risk involved with her going outside. Maybe she'll ask at next year's graduation when she takes the new graduates through the surface door. Something tells me they're not making it outside. Are these gunners descendants of the students here, or did they just find the place after the students left? Explore admin area. Will do. Didn't miss you. Chief Scientist Terminal. Clearance. Chief Scientist eyes only. Confidential. Chief Scientist eyes only. Violation BTP 01012. Prime Directive. Chief Scientist, welcome to Vault 75. As outlined in your confidential briefing packet, Vault 75 is part of a top-secret military program. You have been selected for your professional credentials, experience, and commitment to the improvement of the human genome. It is of the utmost importance that you follow the protocols herein. The mission of Vault 75, above all, is the refinement of human genetics. Your scientific staff will operate according to the research schedule set forth by Schlett, Braun, and Lamb. You will be working with an overseer with a background as a military officer. Your overseer will be responsible for training and maintaining the subject population you will be working with. It is important that you and your overseer maintain a healthy working relationship. Experimental abstract. Vault 75 represents an unprecedented opportunity to test our hypothesis that the human genome can be improved at a rapid rate through the combination of selective breeding, hormonal treatments, genetic modification, and an accelerated generational cycle. The experimental objectives of Vault 75 are detailed in the handbooks which have been provided to you already. This experiment is intended to be carried out over multiple generations. As such, there may be unanticipated research opportunities that present themselves. Such diversions from provisional protocol are permitted at the discretion of the Chief Scientist. V. Schlett, I. Lamb, S. Braun. As in Stanislaus Braun? Staff replenishment. Because Vault 75 represents a long-term experiment in a closed environment, it will become important to replenish staff periodically. This shall be done by selective recruitment of outgoing subjects. We anticipate a certain percentage of resident population to exhibit high intellect scores, but insufficient physical capabilities to be qualified for genomic harvesting. These subjects may be, at Overseer and Chief Scientist discretion, offered the opportunity to join staff. Those who refuse should be disposed of in the same manner as unqualified outgoing subjects. Please note that all internally recruited staff should be kept strictly separate from general population for at least 15 years to prevent members of the general population recognizing former residents among the staff. Only the most trusted and capable staff members should be admitted to the genomics laboratory. It is the responsibility of the Chief Scientist to very carefully choose these staff members and ensure they are sufficiently trained for their roles. Genetic Harvesting Protocol. Outgoing subjects aged 18 years with aggregate scoring of superior or excellent across key physical, mental, social traits must be escorted to the genomics laboratory. Processing should be done on an individual basis and with great care. Remember that successful subjects will likely be capable of overpowering staff. Reiterate to the subject that a brief round of vaccinations is necessary and avoid arousing any suspicions otherwise. Each subject should have a file for processing, which includes which specific organic material needs to be preserved for future testing. Be sure that these directions are strictly adhered to and that specimens are stored quickly. Genomics reports. Showing records for most recent graduation, reports prepared by Chief Scientist Gibson. Days until next graduation, -99966E33 genome donors. Overall harvest was exceptional this year, lots of superior ratings in the physical categories. Many of our vital organ initiatives are paying dividends. Pain thresholds have been a mostly solved problem for years now. We're finally getting past issues like cardiac arrest under heavy duress. The genetic material we're gaining this year should help the next generation meet goals we thought were still a decade or more off. Some concerns about aggression levels. We've had a few cases of psychological breakdowns due to stress over the years, but incidence was much higher in this group. Going to recommend we synthesize some new tranquilizers just to stock up. Food supply remains best delivery method for general population, but should be concerned about future with science staff too. Recruitment. Only needed one recruit to scientific staff this year, with Washington joining the genetics team to help me out up here. Subject's physical scores were very low, and he has consistently shown good problem solving and critical thinking. Overseer has concerns about his attachment to some of the younger members of the population. I'm not too worried. Psychological profile shows that he's very suggestible. I'll keep him on the observation deck long enough for those he had personal relationship with to graduate out of the population. That gives us some time to acclimate him to the experimental protocols without conflict. We just need to keep him in the dark until then. Disposed. We had very low disposal overhead thanks to the excellent harvest ratio this year, just 74% of the overall graduating class. Incinerations will be done within the week. Good first task for Washington before we begin the real work. These people were sick. Archived records. Error. Archive corrupt. Please refer to hard copies. Manual re-entry recommended.
What the?
Someone killed the overseer. Seriously, F, do you know that? Ooh, Grognak the Barbarian.
Excellent.
Demon slaves, demon's hands. Clearance, overseer eyes only, confidential, 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 overseer eyes only, violation VTP 01011. Oh. That we completed Vault 75. Operations Protocol Manual. Resident admittance. Personnel officers are responsible for admitting residents and obeying standard protocol for sanitization and scans. Research staff is to assist as needed, but otherwise remain in their wing. Adults aged 17 and older will be isolated and disposed of by the head of security. Great. Children under the age of 17 are to be taken directly to the atrium area. As overseer, you're responsible for introducing the children to the caretaker robots and their sleeping facilities. Haven't seen any robots yet. Research protocols will not begin until the second week of containment. It is recommended that you participate directly in routine story times each evening. Must have all wondered where their families were. Family policy. Vault 75 has been built within the township of Malden, and all families with children aged 5 to 16 have been offered subsidized admittance to the Vault program here. This should maximize the number of residents able to report for admittance in a crisis event. In the event that it becomes necessary, it is preferable to allow potential subjects to remain with their families in the bulkhead area over allowing adults to accompany subjects to the atrium. these subjects will not be admitted to the general population. They'd leave them to die out there if they stayed with their families. Some distress is expected in the early days of internment. Please refer to Vault-Tec's child care consolation protocols if guidance is needed. Staff duties. Personnel and security staff have been assigned to Vault 75 and provided with standard instructions as found in your operations manual. Research personnel are to remain in their designated wing and isolated from making physical contact with residents except under special circumstances. New research personnel may be selected annually from the Vault population at Overseer discretion. Residents are to be informed that these persons have vacated the Vault. Overseer directives. Residents aged 18 and older must be removed from the general population annually. Residents who have exhibited genetic promise are to be preserved for genome harvesting and reintegration. Residents of average genetic promise but high intelligence and docility may be recruited to the research staff at Overseer discretion. All other residents to be removed must be culled. Research staff is responsible for cultivating embryo replacements to maintain consistent resident population numbers. Vault 75 must remain sealed until an all-clear order is issued by Vault-Tec. Annual turnover protocol. Beginning 1 year after initial containment. Children over the age of 18 must be removed from the general population. This will be done annually on a date specified by the Overseer and Chief Scientist. It is recommended that this graduation be treated as an important tradition. Inside Vault 75, appropriate ceremonies should be conceived of and performed by Overseer staff, with outgoing subjects being removed one by one from the main living area. Once separated from the general population, subjects with aggregate ratings of excellent and superior are to be escorted to the genomics laboratory for processing. Subjects with excellent and superior intellect ratings will be offered positions as Overseer of research staff. Per discretion of the Overseer and Chief Scientist, all other subjects should be disposed of as outlined in the confidential operations packet. Overseer's log. New researcher. Worried about the new recruit in science, he's supposed to be on simple observation duties and closely monitored until the subjects he knows in population have been processed. I know we've done this many times before, but something about this one feels wrong. Not sure I should have let myself be talked into it. Nursery capacity issues. We're having a capacity problem in the nursery. We are as full as we can be in IVFS. Introducing more residents to the population is going to be problematic. I'd prefer to wait until the next turnover. We'll have to discuss with Chief Scientist. Fire in archives. Darn it all, some kind of wiring issue caused a fire in the archive. We lost some hardware that I'm told will be difficult to repair, if not impossible. Science lost a lot of the historical research data, though I'm told we can get some junior staff started transcribing hard copies. Some of the locks failed once the fire got bad, worrying, but turned out to be a blessing in disguise. Science staff nearby got in and stopped the blaze quickly. If the locks hadn't failed, then myself or one of the senior scientists would have had to manually open the doors. Oh no. Vault 75 status. Vault status unknown. Please address below. Genome preservation online. Research error. No callback. Days generator array online nominal. Resident vacancy 100%. Research vacancy 100%. Door control. Safe control. There's a safe. Okay, with that we completed Vault 75. Still no summary. The residents found out what was happening and overpowered the science staff escaping the vault. If you like the video, leave a like and consider subscribing. I would appreciate it.